I want you to bring everybody out of the tunnel. I want you to bring us out on the field on this beautiful Friday morning. So my man, go ahead, hit us with it. Take us out. Oh, he's telling someone, hey, be quiet. I'm about to take everyone out on the field. So,
yeah, I mean, it's Friday, guys. It's a great day. The weather outside is absolutely gorgeous. So, I mean, I think we should just go crush it this weekend. I know personally I'm going to go do some door knocking this weekend. So let's go out there and get us some new leads.
Ooh, I love that. I love that. So let me give a huge shout out to quite a few of you on the call today. I don't know if I've seen them all, but Kylie, Demian, Austin, Storai. I've seen all these great videos in the last. Dang, Gia, didn't know your husband was so fine. He came in and said, wait a minute, babe, are you on a meeting?
He said, oh, I feel like they can see me.
All those busting chops. But I just wanted to give you guys a huge shout out. I saw some really great videos this week. Like Demir was talking about his friends, Sarai was talking about the team, Austin was talking about the market. I just saw you guys doing these different variations of video. And I'll tell you what, you guys, it's not rocket science, right? You turn that thing around and you just start talking into the camera and say some stuff that means something to you, right? It doesn't have to be over edited. It doesn't have to be over analyzed. It doesn't have to be done by a videographer, right? It's just something that's real. It's rich in content. And so good stuff, you guys. Love it. Love seeing what's going on. So hats off to you guys. So love it. Let's do this, you guys. I want to reference Wednesday's coaching, and I want you guys to remember this, and I want you to do this. I'm going to challenge each of you. What I want to challenge each of you to do is to make a public declaration of what your 3-month goal is for Q4 of this year. It is a perfect time. It's October 1st. And what leaders do is leaders hold each other accountable. You guys have an opportunity to lean to one another, to publicly declare to the world what you are committed to accomplishing in Q3. So we had this conversation the other day. I want to recap on this in case you missed it. What are 3 things that you're first off proud of over the last 30 days, or excuse me, 90 days? Remind yourself of how great you are, right? What would you have done differently, or what are your biggest regrets, right? We all have them. Now think about the present. What am I most confident today? Like, write that down. I want you to write that down, what you're most confident about. And you don't have to do that now. This is an exercise that you guys can do later. And then future, write down the 3 things that you will be most excited about that are going to happen in your business. I want to ask you a question, and we're going to deep dive into this question in your guys' squads and as we move forward, and we're even going to talk about this on our meeting next week. What would you hope to accomplish, or excuse me, what would you hope to gain from your success? And let me ask you this question. If you were able to hit the level of success that you want to achieve, and I'll hit the things that you say that you want to achieve, what would be the result from that? What would you have? What would you do? Who would you influence? Where would you go? If that meant that I was able to do 2 extra deals a year and get 20 extra G's in my pocket, I was able to take my kids on that very first vacation to Disney World, right? Like what is that? The result of your success, what does that mean to you? Where are you going to go? What are you going to do? What are you going to contribute? Are you going to give back to yourself? Are you going to give back to somebody else? Are you going to buy a vintage car? Like, what is that, you guys? I don't know. But you guys need to get really, really clear with that. So what I want to challenge everybody to do is I want to challenge everyone to create a quick video and make their public declaration of what they will accomplish in Q3 of this year or Q4 of this year. Hey guys, I want to share with you to the world. That way everyone can help me be accountable, right? It's not just for me and Kenny. This is about you guys declaring to the world. And know what else it's going to do? It's going to push you guys to do this. Here I go. Here I go. Because Amy, I see you shaking your head. Is video something that you're more comfortable with now?
So completely under the seat in front of you.
Hey, can somebody mute themselves? Thank you, Lauren. Amy, are you more comfortable now with video? Are you getting more comfortable with it? Kind of walk me through how you're feeling about video.
Yes, absolutely. I'm kind of a natural ham anyway. Like, I talk a lot. I am kind of gregarious. So, it's funny because I love the idea of video. I love making them. I get a little self-conscious when I watch them back. So I think it's kind of a great tip. My sister also told me this, just to do live stuff, and then what happens, and
Totally.
whatever, like just go with it. So I'm definitely, and it's very a creative outlet. So I'm excited to get creative and start doing it, really adopting it into my regular daily, I do it when I do open houses, but I need to get more. I need to do it every day. So I'm glad that you're pushing it, because I really think it's a fun way to connect with people.
So here's what I'm thinking is, like, you need to time lapse and like do this from a really creative, cool way. Like have someone hold the phone for you or put it up on a tripod and time lapse you creating one of your paintings that you have behind, right? That's
what I've been wanting to do. Yeah.
So time lapse that, fast forward it, get some trending music that's on Reels right now, right? I'll show you how to find trending music, but put it to some trending music, and then like, I'm here to help you build a masterpiece in your life.
Ooh, I like that.
Right, like, and I'm just freestyling, right? Because I know you're an artist, but like, that's what you're helping people do, is you're helping create this masterpiece of life called real estate, and who better, right?
Yeah,
and so
I'm gonna do that this weekend.
And like, you have this sunny disposition, and you have, oh yeah, so Kylie, she's a painter. Go ahead and bring that painting a little closer so everyone can see it, Amy. We're gonna plug Amy really quick, you guys. Let's digress for 1 second.
I love this. Thank you, Elias.
Like, okay, I have one hanging in my house right now. I am a believer. I am a supporter. So I believe that you should create videos based on that masterpiece that you're creating and the masterpiece that you're creating for people in their home journey. So just a thought. But Amy, do more video. I think your personality is great and it's ideal for video. But let me go back to my question here, you guys. I had it wrong. What is the one thing that you want to happen in your life from the result of your success? Sorry, I said it wrong. So let me rephrase that one more time, because this is important. What's the one thing you want to happen in your life from the result of your success? You guys, when I got asked that question, it was meaningful, right? It hit home. Like, soak that in for a second. I want you guys to feel that. I want you to process that. And I want you guys to, over the next couple days or today, or shit, as soon as you get out of coaching, turn that camera around and create yourself a video. Nicole, you had your hand up. Was that a hand up, or sorry?
Oh, I was going to answer the question, but I was like, maybe I need to think about it a little bit more. But I do know,
if you got an answer already, girl, let's hear it.
I know one of the things I want to do, I mean, that will be a result of the success, is take more vacations with my kids.
I love that. I love that. You know why? Christmas time's coming up, right? A lot of us thinking, oh, what am I going to get for Christmas? The toys and the stuff doesn't matter, right? It's the experiences that matter, right? Imagine no Christmas tree and presents, but a trip to freaking the Bahamas. In 10 years from now, is your 8-year-old going to remember that toy that you got them, or that experience that you gave them? So if that means that I need to get 2 extra deals in this next quarter, so I'm able to take my family on a vacation in February that I've always wanted to take them, that they will remember for the rest of their life, that will build esteem in their life, that will build the sense of family and bond and community within inside of our own home. Damn. Right? I love that, Nicole. I love that. Kylie, you had your hand up. Do you want to chime in?
Yeah, I had an answer as well, because you had asked me last week and this week in coaching that same question. So I've definitely been ruminating on it so far.
Yeah, let's hear it then. I love this.
I want to be able to support my family, not just my immediate family, but multi-generational. So like all the way to my grandma, and then like for my boyfriend, his mom and his brothers and sisters as well. So like abundance of wealth. I need to take care of so many people.
Beautiful. And I think naturally that's who you are as a human being. You're a nurturer, right? I think I could hear it in your voice, the way that you convey your message. I did her buyer's presentation with her. I cut her off. I said, I need to hear no more. It was just so warm and so like inviting. I was just like, just stop talking. I'm sold. Like, just like, so I love that. I love that. So anybody else want to chime in before we go on? I didn't think people had their answers right now, but that's cool that you do. Sylvia Young, why don't you take the mic for a second?
Since I'm getting ready to retire, I want to be able to drop huge amounts of money on my mortgage to pay my mortgage down to secure my future. Even though I'll get a good pension because I make good money, I still worry about it.
Totally.
So that's what I want to do.
Oh, I love that. I love that. I love that. So you guys start to think about that. I want you to truly, and if you're having troubles with this, reach out to people like Eric Throm, reach out to people like Ernesto, reach out to people like Christina Darrow, who have done a really, really good job documenting their journey, right? I know it's hard, you guys, but literally, I'm not going to beat on this anymore. Like, get over yourself. Get over yourself. This is the era that we are in. If you guys want to grow and be successful in real estate, we know that video is going to separate you. That's just the way that the market is going. So make sure that you guys create something. I'm going to push you. I'm going to implore you. I'm going to encourage you, highly push you guys to create something today or tomorrow. I prefer today. That's going to share with the world your public declaration about what you will accomplish over the next 3 months. What are you willing to give to this business? What are the actions that you're willing to do? What are the fears that you might face? Like, make it sticky, make it real. That's my challenge for you guys. And hopefully you guys, if you do this, when you do this, tag me and tag Kenny. Austin, you created a great video this week. What was the thoughts behind it? How much time did it take you to prepare? How did you get over your fear to just put the camera on? Austin, talk us through that a little bit.
Honestly, I think it probably took about 8 takes or so. I had my phone sitting there and I realized I just didn't like how I looked in the phone. So I went and got a camera. I feel like making it a little bit wider kind of just got me out of my head as much. And I just kind of did it. I looked at the East Bay market reports and just kind of, or Bay East, sorry, market reports, and just kind of got some information, kind of just started talking a little bit about it with myself and just kind of came up with what it was.
Love it. Love it. And it turned out really good. So good stuff. Good stuff. Mirnaz, I don't understand. It says I shared your link, waiting for your permission to come to room for coaching. I don't know.
No, someone actually interested in our coaching, and then I shared your link with her to come in to join our team, look at the culture. So that's why she texted me, and I'm driving. So she asked me if someone can let her in to come to the Zoom room.
Yeah, I don't have anyone in the waiting room.
Oh, okay.
There's no password needed for this room.
Sure. Can someone share the link again with me? I can copy paste and give it to her.
Yeah, it's just bit.ly/Zoom with Elias.
Sure. Thank you.
All right, cool. All right, guys. So I want to ask you guys a quick question, and let's just go through kind of like a survey. How many of you guys are speaking out loud and preparing and talking through all parts of your presentation, whether it's a listing presentation, phone skills, buyer's presentation, negotiations, overcoming objections, how to talk about disclosures? How many of you guys are talking about those things and prepping ahead of time, or you guys wait until the moment when you guys are actually live with the client? Amy, is that you're practicing or you're waiting until you're live?
I practice in the car when I'm driving.
Good. That's university time. I totally believe in university time. So I'm reading this book right now, and God, it's a really easy book, and you guys have probably seen it. Exactly What to Say, right? It's a basic book, you guys. But one thing that I took from it that I wanted to share with you guys: the worst time to think about the thing you are going to say is in the moment you are saying about it, right? So think about this. So if you were going to debate, if you were going to give a presentation, if you were a singer, you wouldn't just open up the curtains and start your presentation, because you wouldn't know where to go, right? I want you guys to start seeing things before they even hit your table. I want you guys to see these things before they even come out of your client's mouth, so you understand, okay, how am I going to respond to this? A lot of times we live in this reactionary mode as salespeople instead of knowing, you know what, this is where I need to navigate the conversation. So you guys should be practicing, talking in the mirror, talking with your friends, talking with your coworkers, like being able to get this out in like a consistent manner to where it flows. Every time you come into communication with the client, like it flows. So the worst time to think about the thing you are going to say is in the moment you are saying it. and it happens to a lot of us. How many right now feel that they can nail a listing presentation? Please raise your hand if you feel like you could walk in and nail a listing presentation. I know Dewey can, I know Terry can, I know probably Sylvia can, I know quite a few of you can walk in. I know Janique could probably go and nail a listing presentation. But if the answer is no, then how much time are you spending on that listing presentation? Have you sat across the room with a colleague and said, I'm going to go over the seller net sheet with you, and I'm going to go over these numbers so they make sense. Tell me if you don't understand anything that I'm about to say. Because what's going to happen? You guys are going to pick up the phone. Someone's going to say, I want to buy a house in Castro Valley, but I also have a home that I need to sell in Dublin. Could you help me with that? Oh, hell yeah, I can help you with that. Hell yeah, I can, right? But are you going to know what to say in that moment where you have an opportunity to help them and potentially make $30,000 to $40,000? So you guys have to prepare, and you guys have to work through these things, and you guys have to practice it and say it out loud. So quick book, I want to reference this book, but I want to turn this session over to you guys. I want to have a round table discussion. I've had this conversation, but I like to do this quarterly, and it's a great time, first day of the new quarter. How many of you guys remember the first one, the first Karate Kid? And I'm dating myself. I know I'm dating myself. The very first Karate Kid. Okay. So he's having Daniel do all kinds of work, right? Fucking paint the fence, sand the floor, sand off, sand on, sand off, all those things, right? He's just came to the point where he was just like frustrating. It's like, why? Dude, why are you having me do this? I'm not here to work for you and make all your stuff look good. And he's just like, he didn't get it. He didn't get it. And so he had him show him all these things in real time. Show me sand the floor. Show me paint the fence. Show me wax on, wax off. And it was a culmination of all the things that he had learned. So I apologized to you guys the other day because I felt that I needed to share with you guys that I was truly sorry. If you guys come, you get inspiration and you aren't doing shit with it. So I want to go around the room. I want to ask you, what have you learned from coaching? But more importantly, what have you applied? And from that application, how have you seen yourself grow or your business grow? I want to have that conversation because I want to hear from you guys. You know why? This will give me the opportunity to work harder for you guys, to show up in a bigger way, to help you in a different way, and to make sure that we as leaders are holding you guys accountable as a group. So I'm going to turn over to Jaya really quick. Jaya, show me paint the fence. All right. So what have you learned from coaching? But more importantly, what have you applied in your business and in your life?
So following through, gratitude right now has been one of the main things, the outlook on life, and just having the right positive motivation. And then making like lists of what to get through, and having a master list, and then having like smaller tasks that are the first steps. And I'm not going through them as fast, but I'm picking up speed. So like having the breakdown to like, this is a manageable amount, and making sure that I get that done. And if it's one task, it's one task, but it brings it to something to check off and say, yes, I did that. Wow. Very cool. And so when you talked about gratitude, was that not a practice of yours before you came into this environment? It was, but I had gone through about a 4-month period at my last place where it was really, really hard to find it because you guys had already taken Chris. Okay. And it just wasn't like, I wasn't getting that feed that I needed or that was inspiring to me. I don't do well with the criticism and the put downs. I do way better with the lift ups. Yeah. So I was having a little bit of a hard time catching that. And so just kind of being immersed in it again and having that support has gotten me back. It's taken about the same amount of time that I was gone from it to kind of get it filled back up. Wow. So, wow. Thanks for sharing. I didn't know this. So this is good stuff. And you guys, you know what, over time, you know, what I've learned is the ability to mental condition. A lot of us don't come from an environment where mental conditioning was taught, and particularly in our family dynamic, right? I came from a family that was drug addicts. My mom didn't teach me about
mental conditioning and gratitude and change your state. I didn't know any of that stuff until I got older. My dad was a, hard-nosed Italian dude, macho, alcoholic, think he knows the fucking world, right? And like, no way, son, we don't talk to therapists, like old macho Italian, like old school values, right? And so like, I never learned about mental conditioning. And now that I know about it and I practice it, it's like, I wish my parents would have done this thing. I wish they could learn it now. And so there's power, because until you learn it, it's hard to understand, well, how do I put myself in a peak state? How do I understand triggers? How do I stop myself and say, you know what? That's not the way I should be thinking about the situation. I need to reflect. I need to re-engage in my energy somewhere else. And so I'm glad that you're reflecting. This is great. Kylie, you had your hand up. Let's go to you. What have you learned from coaching and what have you applied?
I just joined Team Fast 3 weeks ago, but it was like Team Fast, it was a fast start working with you guys. And I got a phone call from you, I think like 3 or 4 days after I joined Team Fast, and you were like, what's going on with your Instagram? And I was like, what? And you were like, shut down that real estate page, put everything on your personal page and start making videos. And I was like, and that's kind of what I've learned from coaching is like, Elias is just going to call you out. And like, it's totally cool with me. Like sometimes that doesn't work for other people, but I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to make stupid videos and I don't even know what I'm talking about, but I'm going to learn. And so far, so good. Like I've had some good reactions from my reels that I've been posting. And that's one of my goals, is to at least put out 2 reels a month for the next, for the rest of the quarter, so that I'm educating the people that follow me and I'm in their face more often in a non-confrontational way.
Yeah, no matter what you do, Kylie, you're never going to be confrontational. It's like Amy, I just don't see you guys as being confrontational people. There's some of us that are probably prone to being a little bit confrontational. I don't get that from you guys, but Kylie, I love that. And I love that you're going to be using Reels. Like we said, this week, we're going to be putting together a workshop, how to use Reels, how to look at trending music, how to just like structure your video. And it's going to be a true workshop where you're actually going to create video there. So good stuff. Let's hear from a couple other people. Let's go. Who else wants to chime in? I see some hands there. Let's go to Shayla. All right, we will come back. Anybody else want to chime in? What have they taken from this group, from their peers, from this environment, and what have they applied in their business? And have they noticed any changes in their business or personal? Let's go to the glam agent.
Hey, I've learned so much, but one thing that I feel that has changed a lot for me immediately was my social media. You called me out, I was super uncomfortable, but we come on these calls to get uncomfortable, to become comfortable. And I merged both my Instagrams, just like Kylie. I was so scared to let everybody know what I was doing, and everything just catapulted. I've received so many referrals, people telling me like, when I'm ready, I'm going to use you. And if it wasn't for your advice, Elias, I wouldn't be in this position. So thank you.
How many? So a lot. Just on a average, how many followers do you think that you've gained since you started this real estate journey?
Maybe like 600 or so. 600. 500 or 600, I would say.
Those are 600 people that know hundreds and hundreds of more people, and that will see her message, will relate to her, she'll find her tribe, and that will continue to grow. And so she's obviously building a brand. She actually had the brand name before she even got licensed. And so good stuff.
Help me. You're the one that helped me get the name.
No, I think that it's Glam Agent Wears Boots. I love what's going on here.
I'm going to a country concert tonight and I'm going to wear it and I'm going to tag that. Oh my God, yes. But you guys, my Instagram before, I made a real estate Instagram and it was real estate with Christina D. I paid for agent create. I was getting all those like boring templates, and Elias called me out on a call with hella people. And it took a lot for me to make my Instagram public and start posting what I'm doing, but it changed the game. Like my DMs are like blown up all the time with creepers, but also with a lot of people have to do with real estate. They're asking about their license, that want to know what I'm doing. They want to know about the house. It's true. I have everything in there, but there's a lot. Most of it has to do with real estate because I'm posting, you know, what Elias told me to do. I just get on camera and post.
Oh man, the creepy, that's funny shit. Okay, all right, cool. Let's go. So Ryan, the playmaker, you just took himself off of mute, my brother. Let's turn it to you.
Hold up. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I was running to unmute myself and I was off video, but I was unmuted. That was funny. Anyway, I had to hop on a quick call, but I'm just gonna keep it brief. We've learned so much from these coaching sessions. And this may seem super small, but Elias, like, I feel like transitions when you're talking to a prospect are crucial to keep the conversation going. And I've heard it different ways, but when you broke down like, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Customer, take me back to when you were looking, what made you look, and what kind of changed from then. I have converted, like, maybe not converted, but conversations where I would have got shut down and they would have said no. That one question or line got them talking, and it at least set up a follow-up like, hey, you know, maybe you guys still need to talk more about it, but this is my recommendation. Let's chat tomorrow. So I don't know, man. That one line did something for me in my phone conversations. I use it on every call when someone tries to hang up on me, and it buys me at least another 15, 30 seconds. So
dude, and congratulations, 2 contracts in the last 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, and 2
how you
listing
feeling?
appointments.
How you feeling emotionally, bro?
Man, I mean, I'll get into my story another time, but it's been tough the last few months. So to see kind of momentum starting to pick up, it's a beautiful thing for me right now. So I'll just keep it at that. But yeah,
I love it. I love it. And Ryan really kind of came to this tipping point in his business and his life. He's like, something's got to pop off, right? Something's got to give. And I'll tell you what, you guys, if you've ever seen this, and I'm going to try to draw and illustrate, but I'm not the best. So there's something called the J curve. And I don't know if you guys can see this. So sorry, my chicken scratches. So you start out here, you got excitement, you got momentum, everything's great. Oh my God, this is great. I can't wait to sell real estate. And then shit starts to like, oh, I don't have anything in contract. Oh my God, this is tough. Nobody's answering my calls. I don't have an appointment. Oh my God. And I'm right here. I'm right here. This right here, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, is where so many people say, I can't do this any longer. I cannot do this any longer. That's the make or break point. That's the make or break point in the J curve. But I'll tell you what, once you fight through this right here and you say, you know what, I will make it. No matter what, I'm going to achieve this, and I have no other fucking option set for to succeed, and I'm going to burn the boats, and I'm going to take the island, and this shit is mine. You guys, there's so much success on the other end. There's money, there's a lifestyle change, there's opportunities to have some sense of freedom in your life. You guys, that J curve is when people stop. And it's okay. This business is not for everybody, but I'll tell you what, to be able to look back and be like, damn, I did it. I did it. We were at the summit the other day. And if you guys have ever been to Lake Tahoe, Mount Tallac is the highest peak in all of Lake Tahoe. It's about a 6-hour hike. Well, last year, you guys should follow her. Her name is Veronica Figueroa. She was 50 pounds heavier. They went all the way to the top of the mountain to accomplish the summit. Well, she was only able to make it to the second lake. Well, the second lake isn't the summit. She couldn't take it. She couldn't do it. She wasn't able to achieve that. This year, she had lost weight, lost 50 pounds, and that she was able to get to the summit. And it wasn't just about the physical part of it. It was hard on her. But the ability for her to push past that point where she was broken last year and said, I'm going to fucking fight through this. And she got to the top, and how it changed her life in that one moment. We all have our summits, you guys. It's going to be challenging, right? But what she did is she broke through that personal barrier, and she was able to say, you know what, I'm going to do it. And then once you reach that summit, I promise you, what Ryan just did is he reached a new summit in his life and business.
Hey, Elias, can I say one last thing before I hop off?
Of course you can.
To all the everyone on the call and everyone on the team that may watch this later, like, I know I may have a different energy about me where, like, I'm not kikiing and ha-haing a lot, and I'm super approachable. So if you ever come up to me in the office, I'll break the zone of my computer and I'll chop it up with you. It's all good. But that breaking point that Elias is talking about, like, I don't have a support system like others may have in this business. So I have no option. And if you listen to the book Relentless by Tim Grover, and he talks about being a cleaner, you just have to look it up and figure it out. But that is the type of mode, yeah, that's just kind of the mode I'm in right now. And I also encourage you guys to watch The Last Dance, a documentary about Michael Jordan and the Bulls. But I'm on this, like, I'm taking everything in life personal. Like, yo, oh, I didn't get that listing contract. Okay, cool. F that. Next one, I'm gonna get it. I'm just focused because I know what that 9-to-5 life is like, and I'm not going back. So I only have one option. So I just want to, I guess, declare this on the call that I love y'all. I'm still a happy person. I'm still positive. Feel free to approach me in the office, but if you see me in a zone, don't take it personal. I got shit I gotta do. So
all right, because I said what's up to you yesterday in the office, and you just gave me this little, like, what's up?
I had to give you the fist bump, bro. I had work to do, baby.
I was
sorry,
like,
man.
oh man, my brother.
It's all love. It's all love.
He's on that grind. He's on that grind.
I'm happy for you, bro. I'm happy for you. Make it happen, partner. Make it happen.
You guys, the summit, Veronica Figueroa, you guys reach out to her. You guys follow her. It's an amazing story. And let's talk about another testimonial. Let's talk about Julie. So Julie, you guys know her as the numbers agent. She has some of the most fire branding in this entire industry. Nothing looks like the numbers agent. That little avatar, the numbers agent, her just sold, her coming soon, everything that she does is on the next level. It's different. Julie went 10 months without a contract, and Julie now is in the top 4 of closed production for the entire company. Number 4 in the company, and there's the 190 plus of us now. So she fought, and through pandemic, she was able to find a way. If you guys still are not dominating your digital presentation, if you're not learning how to use Zoom for your buyer's presentations, for your listing presentations, to review comps, to review disclosures, to meet people exactly where they are, you're missing out on a huge opportunity. She fought and fought and fought, and literally, when it was at the lowest moment, is where you're going to do some true soul searching. Is this for me? Can I do this? And you're going to see what's on the other side. I want to commend Amy. Amy came to us in a group message the other day, asking for something, wanting it, asking what more do I need to do? How can I show up? I want to get involved in this lead product. What do I need to do? Tell me and I'll fucking do it. Appreciate that, because she's hungry for it and she wants it. Just like all of you guys. That's why you show up at 8:30 3 times a week. It's not for me. It's for you guys. It's for each other. Let's hear from somebody else. What have you learned from coaching? But more importantly, what have you applied and how has that changed your business? Let's talk about this, you guys, because I want to hear Quan. Quan, let's hear from you, bro.
My nickname from now on. Good morning,
Right?
everybody. Man, I mean, first of all, I've been with the team now for, I think, going on about 2 months now. And I just want to, really I just want to shout out, man, Elias, thank you so much for showing up and just giving us this energy and really like inspiring everyone and, and just holding us accountable, right, on these calls. And for me, I think the biggest thing that I've learned so far is really like what's been inspiring for me is to look at your schedule and be like, damn, that's what I got to do. If I want to be successful, I got to be more disciplined with my scheduling. And I'm, so I'm starting to apply that more and more, starting with like, what are the non-negotiables on a weekly basis, such as my time for SOI calls and whatnot, and then starting to plug in little things here and there. It still don't look like that just yet, but I'm getting there. But yeah, that was super inspiring, and then I definitely have applied that. And the other thing is definitely on social media. I fought social media for so long, thinking that it's just another burden. But now that I'm starting to do more of it, I'm starting to actually get more joy out of it. Connecting with people is something I really truly enjoy, and seeing that from a different side and you know, a different narrative is definitely been very, very beneficial for my business as well.
Bro, I love this. And while I'm on this thought, man, let's freestyle some thought here. So Quan, you're a DJ. How many people in the real estate community know that you're a DJ? We know that you're a DJ. Now everyone on this call knows you're a DJ. How many people in the real estate community know that you're a DJ?
I don't know. Yeah.
Okay. So let's stay on this, right? I want to have this conversation for a minute. To be a great DJ, you know, I have to know how to what? Beat match. I have to know how to take this song and transition into this song, and traditionally vinyl, and be able to match those beats where it's like I can go into that rhythm like, damn, that was a smooth transition, right? Mm-hmm. Why not create some videos about that smooth transition? Did you guys hear that? No, exactly, because that was a smooth transition. That's what I want to help you with in your real estate goals. As I want to help you have a smooth transaction, a smooth transition into your next home and the next chapter of your life. Hit me up, like, dude, bring this music and this vibe and this like energy that you have into your real estate, man. You know why? Quan, it's not being done.
Yeah.
Do the shit that you love to do. I fucking love music, bro. Love music. And people, you guys know that. Oh, Elias listens to records. Elias got Jen. Elias has this fucking bug. Elias has Silas, right? Elias has you guys. I share that shit, bro, because it is real. Quan, I want you to mix this music. Beautiful transition, the mix, like everything that you do behind the scenes on the ones and twos. Bring that to the surface, bro. Bring that to the surface.
I'm gonna use that idea. I'm gonna do something this week for sure.
Love it, love it. Aaliyah, you had your hand up. Let's hear from you. Application.
Okay, so one thing that I've taken from these group calls is the role playing has been really huge for me. I feel comfortable when I do things and I hear things a lot. So it's given me confidence, and I've been able to apply confidence to conversations that I'm having with people randomly, people at my kids' school, family, and then they feel comfortable because I have confidence in what I'm talking about, talking to me about their biggest asset or a purchase their biggest asset. So I honestly probably wouldn't have that unless I was doing these group calls with you guys. So thank you, Elias, and thank you everybody else too.
Hey, it's all you guys, and I'm so glad that you said that, because once again, to quote this, the worst time to think about the thing you are going to say is in the moment you are saying it, right? Hence why we role play, right? It's one thing to like come to these sessions and hear it. Well, if I'm not actually speaking it, I don't know the tone, the pace, I don't know when to pause, like I'm not really in that flow. So it's like, we can whiteboard all day long. All right, here you guys, the plays are gonna come, the linebacker's gonna come in, the safety's gonna come up, but now we're gonna go out on the field and we're gonna fucking practice this, right? Practice this, right? I feel that in this environment, there's a lot of practicality, but then there's a lot of application, right? We're gonna practice these things, we practice it, but then go out there and actually say it and do this thing. So Aaliyah, I've seen you grow tremendously. Jim, you had your hand up, brother. Let's head over to you.
Yeah, I just wanted, what I picked up mostly is just to really be me and just put myself out there. And social media, all of that stuff, it just really terrified me. Literally terrified. Actually, just even speaking terrifies me. Sometimes I'm kind of a little nervous right now. And you know, that's what I picked up most from this coaching is, you know, just put my cards out there and just let people know this is me. Yeah. If you like me, oh well, you know, or I mean, if you don't like me, oh well.
Yeah. And if you don't like me, I don't fucking care. I don't care. People tell me that they don't like me. It's cool. I'm not for you. You're too intense. You're goddamn right. I choose this. I'm intense. I'm in an excited state because I wake up and I feel this. This is the energy that I want to give to the world. You don't like it, so be it. And Jim, the fact that you say you don't like speaking, but yet he got on the mic to speak publicly, that's how you're going to get better. That's how you're going to get better. My man, so I love this. But let me ask you.
Yeah, that video I put out was the first video I ever put out ever on online social media.
The one with you playing, was it the bass or the guitar?
Guitar.
Dude, yeah. Like, why don't you, every video you said like, what's up, you guys? Just want to say what's up, it's Jim. And then leave them with the, like, it's just cool. No one's doing it. No one's doing it. So challenge the status quo. Be able to show up in this environment in the sea of sameness and be that person that's different. Let me ask you a question, right? It would be dope. So I just said it would be super dope. It'd be super dope to hear. And then this transition from Quan, be like, did you guys hear that transition? Of course you didn't, because it was smooth. That's the type of environment that I want to create for you in your real estate dreams, right? It's different. It's funny. It's cool, right? Let me ask you guys a question. How many people in their life or business at any time have felt like they truly could not be themselves? Has anybody ever felt like that? That's what we want to eliminate in this environment. Look at our offices, right? Look around. When we look at the screen right now, you could not see a more diverse group of people, right? Look at us. Demographics, age, facial hair, no hair, right? Hats, tattoos, beanies, kids, every walk of life is on here. So you guys, the moment that you feel comfortable being whoever the heck you are, your business will take off. Look at Will. Will's going to do 30 deals close to this year. He said, he's like, I'm a gay immigrant. Never felt comfortable doing anything anytime before. And I came here and I could be as free, as gay as I want. I could be as open as I want. I could have as much fun as I want. And that's leading to him saying, God, I like that guy. I want to do business with that guy. Lean into who you are. Fuck the weaknesses, you guys. Your weaknesses will probably always be your weaknesses. Let whoever you are shine. Let that lean into who you guys are, right? People spend so much time working on weaknesses. Just be who you guys are and focus on your strengths and edify that. Double down on that. That's what a consumer needs to see. Consumer behavior has changed drastically over the last 5 years, and it's so much about you guys. Let's hear from a couple other people, what they've applied from their time with us and coaching. Go to Nicole Penland.
So prior to this, I didn't really have any kind of information or experience with real estate. I kind of saw real estate as like my way out. So it's helped me to learn about how to apply all the different technologies and things, because I came into this trying to figure out, okay, I need to be able to figure out how to work virtually, but make a sound enough income to where it's not like a big deal. So I was like, I definitely want to do a virtual brokerage, all that. And I was led here by seeing, oh, these people are comfortable in their own skin. Like prior to me not doing hair, I was, blue hair, tattoo, piercings. And then I felt like I had to go into this conservative box to be an insurance agent. And that was not me. So I feel like this has helped me see like it is safe and you can make, gainful income and be yourself and be comfortable. So
yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Love it, Nicole. And your voice has been super, super loud in our environment, and we appreciate that. So I want to hear from one other person, and then I want to go a layer deeper on this. What's next for us? As we grow this department, as we grow this culture, and as we grow this program, what's next? So what I want you guys to do is I want you guys to put in the chat down below, what are some things you guys would like to communicate about? What are some things that you guys would like to work on? That way, as I start planning and as we grow this department, we can focus on those things. So I'm humble enough. I want to hear it from you guys. I'm a man of the people. So hit up the chat below, but I want to turn it over to Melody Cleone. So Melody has broken through tons of barriers. I can let her kind of talk to that. She had that true imposter syndrome when she first started with us because of, I think it's a lot of where she's from in Walnut Creek. There's this stigma that you have to be a certain person. You have to have a certain size rock. You have to drive a certain style car, right? And I think that, and Kylie's shaking her head, she knows what's up. Like she was in that stigma and trying to do things because she thought that's where she needed to live in that space. And things have changed for her. So Melody, we're talking about application. What have you learned from coaching? But more importantly, I want to know, like, what have you applied? So Melody, let me give you the mic for a second because I know that you're fired up. Melody, can you hear me? Mel. Okay, all right, Mel. Mel, can you hear me at all? Wow, weird. Calling Melody Shahid. Aaliyah, let's turn it over to you. You had your hand up. That's weird.
I meant to put it down. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Hi, you've reached me.
It's so weird. Like Melody's here. Okay. Anyways,
it's probably her headphones. I know her headphones kind of connect and disconnect sometimes.
Oh, okay. All right. So Damian, while you're here, bro, what are some things that you've applied that you've taken from this group in our time together?
I was waiting to see if I got a turn. I've applied a lot. So this is, again, if you've heard me, I remind you guys, I've been in the business maybe like 5 years now, and struggling through it the whole way through. And until coming here, I haven't really found my confidence in real estate, to be honest, because I was transaction to transaction. Like I would close one, and then I'd be struggling to figure out where's the next one coming from. And being a dad and a husband, super stressful. And 3-4 months go by and you haven't closed anything. I started driving Lyft. I did anything I could just to supplement income other than going hard with real estate. Once I got with you guys, Elias gave me that kick that I needed. I just needed to realize why I was valuable in this business, as opposed to thinking about what I could take out of it. And that's how I approached it the whole time. Like with real estate, I was really just waiting for the perfect transaction to just take me out of debt and save me. And when it should have been the other way around, I should have been applying myself even more, getting better at what I do to be a better service to my clients. But I wasn't in that space, and I wasn't in a brokerage at any of the other 3 places that I was at that nurtured that. They were basically like sink or swim. You get a deal, you eat. You don't, you don't. So coming here really gave me that push that I needed to, again, realize who I was and why I'm necessary in the business. And also to make me realize that the excuses that I adopted along the way to why I wasn't successful were more or less bullshit, honestly. I mean, because like the factors do exist. Like I'm a Black man in business, and we have our, we come up against some things that others might not. But at the same time, there are a lot of people that want to work with me. And just this week, I've gotten in contract with somebody in my sphere of influence for the first time. I've had another person that I know personally reach out to me telling me they want me to write an offer for them. And just last night, the same thing happened. So that's 3 people in my circle in 1 week that came to me because of what they've been seeing me doing with Team Fast. Again, I've been in this for a few years and people know what I do, but they didn't really see the value until I got with this team. So you guys helped.
God, man, I love that. And you know what? I always say that it's all within us, right? It all lives there. Sometimes we just need the help from the masses or the people or the village to help bring that out. But there's a mindset shift here. And let's stay there for a second. It's really important. So he changed his mind as what's in it for me to how can I better serve? Okay. It's small, you guys, but think about it. I have chills when I say this, like, how can I better serve? When you focus out and you say, how can I better serve a consumer and create a better experience for them? And you put that at the forefront of your mind, you attract a different type of energy. You feel different. And it's business has turned around. Man, love that. Nicole Capel, let's turn it over to you.
One thing I've definitely learned is utilizing the team. We're not going alone on this. And, in the past, we didn't collaborate as agents. And, I would be faced with a problem and I'd put my head down. But now, like when I'm faced with something, I can reach out to Mel and Kate and Karina. I mean, the list goes on. And I love that, I have this team behind me. So, ask for help, reach out, utilize, the team. And something that I've applied from all of this is having a fucking plan. Like before, I was just going through it, just like throwing spaghetti on the wall. Now I'm utilizing my calendar. I'm conscious of my why. I have a reason. And it's being more methodical about it and just knowing where the end goal is and being motivated towards that. So
man, I love that. I love that. So many of us come into this business like, I don't know what to do, and I'm busy being busy, and I checked emails for 2 hours, and then I went to CCAR, and then like I went to Trader Joe's, and like all these things, and like, did you prospect? Well, no, I'm gonna do that tomorrow. Tomorrow comes, hey, did you make the, well, no, because I was checking emails, and then I had to go to Trader Joe's, and then I had to get my baby, and then the baby, I had to put the baby down, and then the baby came home, and then I had to cook dinner, and then no, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it tomorrow, right? Because there's no fucking structure in our life. We all come from college, from 9 to 5s, and where all of that was created for us. One of the biggest challenges is discipline in this business. How am I gonna allocate my time? So Nicole, love that. And she's a mom, she's a super mom, she's a wife, she's a business owner, like all these things, and she's doing it. So good stuff. Let's turn to Mel. It was weird. I was looking at you, I was calling on you, I was asking you to speak up, and you were like this.
You guys, I just did a flex call. I fucking kid you not. This flex call lasted 36 minutes. The lady would not stop talking. I swear to God, I couldn't get a word in. I was like, oh, but I literally.
I'm hoping that you walked away with an appointment.
I did book a freaking appointment.
Okay.
She actually
Right.
wants to buy and sell, so it was worth it. Sorry.
All right. No worries. Melody, the question was this. Not only what have you learned from coaching, I think there's some stuff that you've obviously learned, but what have you applied? I want to talk about the application of what you have learned, because like I said, if we're not inspired to make change in our business, then this shit is fleeting.
Yeah.
What have you applied in your business?
Well, first of all, I definitely believe in leaning on the team. I love that Nicole and Damian and everyone is leaning on each other within our Omega squad. The second thing is what does your calendar look like for the next 90 days? Do you know what you're doing the first or last week of January or March or May? Do you guys have that mapped out? And so the thing that I took away from the conference in Tahoe was have a plan for your business, know exactly how many days you're going to take off, know exactly how many videos you're going to make, know exactly how many appointments you're going to take, and just continue with the unsexy things. A lot of times in real estate, you want to do the sexy things like, oh, have this lavish photo shoot, or you want to hire this really bougie coach that's super expensive, or you want to get an assistant now, or you want to grow a team. And those are all sexy, great. Why don't you do the unsexy things for a while and get super consistent with those unsexy things that are going to help you dive deeper into your business? If video is your thing, you need to focus on more video. If, making calls is your thing because you're a beast on the phone, like Steffi and Miles, they're beasts on the phone, then dive deeper into that. The thing that I think that we all want to do is we just want to do all the things instead of picking maybe one or two things that we know that we've got mad skills at, and just dive super deep into that and focus on that and execute it. And it's very simple. I heard what you just said, Elias, about getting distracted in Trader Joe's and the baby and this happened and whatever, had to clean up, throw up. Everyone has those excuses. However, if you have a plan for your day, if you're truly structured with your time, if you've got your calendar already booked out, you know exactly what it's going to look like, you know where you're going to be at 12, you know where you're going to be at 5 and 8, then those things are more unlikely to happen because there's less room for error. You're certain, you've got the blinders on, you know exactly where you're going, you know exactly what you need to do. And so if someone's like, oh, can you go pick up the baby from daycare because I want to watch the game? No, honey, I'm sorry, I can't. Like, turn off the game, go get the baby. I need to go show property and get my next escrow. Like, no excuses and relentless accountability, which is that's my takeaway. And I love you guys, and thank you for being patient with me, Elias.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you more than you guys know. So I want you guys to really, really start saying, okay, what am I applying? I'm learning, but what am I applying? And what am I taking massive action on in my business? And now that I've taken massive action, how am I measuring those results? And if I'm going tons of appointments, and I'm not writing any offers, why? Am I maybe not building urgency? Am I not looking for off-market opportunities? Am I not farming that area and trying to see if someone wants to sell in that area? Am I not having unique conversations? Like, start to really measure the things that you're doing so we can improve. Like, man, I've gone on 20 fucking appointments and I haven't got one person to write an offer and nobody's calling me back. Well, there's a trend there. It's probably something you are not saying, or it's something that you are saying that's causing people not to want to work with you. All kinds of nuances. So you guys, remember this. I want you to write down the 3 things that you were most proud of in the last 90 days, biggest regrets. Presently, what am I most confident about? Write those 3 things down. And then future, write down the 3 things that you're most excited about that will happen in the next 3 months. And I want you guys to remember those things. I want to see you guys create a video on these things. I want you guys to tag me in the video. And I want you guys to share it with the world and publicly declare. And remember this, you guys, this is important. What's the one thing that you want to happen in your life from the result of your success? Ask yourself those questions, you guys. Go deep. Let me ask a quick question. We have a guest on the line today. Kenny and I had lunch with this person yesterday. She is a guest. She's just here as an onlooker. Wanted to see how we did our coaching. Brandy, did you want to say a quick hello and tell me what some of your takeaways were from your time together with us today?
Good morning, everyone. If you hear my kids in the background, I have 2 little ones at home. Perfect. A 2-year-old and an 8-month-old. So don't mind the distractions. Just thank you so much for having me. I appreciate the time. It is pretty early, so I love that y'all jump on and get the balls rolling super early in the day. So thank you. My son's waving at you.
Well, thanks for being here. I appreciate it. So you guys, let's go out there. Let's crush our day. Let's turn that camera around. Let's start recording some cool stuff, right? Doesn't have to be this cool reel that Aaliyah makes, like with all the music and Missy Elliott in the background. If you want to do that, cool. But just start talking about your journey, your way. Put a little bit of your flavor in it. Patrick, you work out, obviously, like using fitness and and real estate and music and children and glam and the poofies of the world. You guys are cool. You guys have all these great things to share about in your life. Just start doing it. Stand out. Be different. Focus on the next 3 months, you guys. The results today are gonna give you momentum in 2022. That is right around the corner. I want to have a good Christmas. I want to relax with my family for a little bit. I want to turn the calendar and I already have momentum because I've already seen this. I've already seen this. Have a wonderful day. I really, really appreciate you guys. One more time, let's give a congratulations to the glam agent for passing her Nevada exam.
Thank you, guys.
Woo!
Time to go
All
build
right.
now. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go, you guys. Have a great day.